Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to SA Accounting Academy. Here's a short clip on one of our previous webinars. I hope that you really do enjoy it.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you on this rather chilly morning. We are doing our POPIA compliance webinar series number 11 today. As you can see on the slide there, we're looking at how to solve POPIA challenges facing financial practices specifically. All right, so that's what we will be looking at today. Let me go and change my pointer so that you can see when I draw on the slide. If needs be, let's just get that ready. So it's going right. You can all see when I draw the line, yes? Oh, and that's a perfectly straight line as well, and that makes me completely nuts, apparently. If you draw straight lines like that, it makes you a bit bonkers. So bonkers it is today. All right. Cool. You all saw the line. I'll probably never be able to do it that straight again. Okay, so let's get started. We've got our two guest presenters in the wings as well for today. Let's start with the housekeeping of today's webinar series. This, as you know, this is number 11. I don't know if all of you have been on all 10 of the previous ones. I think we do have a couple of late joiners, but I do recognize the regulars' names as well. So a warm welcome to all the regulars and then all the newbies as well. All right. Let's hope that we can give you lots of information today again. There's a little bit of a blurb about me. My name is Letty Janse van Vuren. That's a little bit of background about myself. This is what I do for a living. I do the training and webinar hosting. So I develop the courses, I write the courses, and then present them as well. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm doing consulting to auditing and accounting practices whenever they need any information, all right, or advice, or we've got Urba coming for a visit, help. We've got Psycho coming for a visit, help. Probably one of these days it's going to be, we've got the info regulator coming for a visit, help. So there's a question that we just had. I'm just going to deal with them as we go through. I can see there, Musa, you want to know how can we access the previous series? Any and all of the previous series, you'll see that all 10 of them are available as webinars on demand, and you can access them through the website. All right. So just so that you know. Okay. No problem, Kim. Good morning. We're not late. We're just a little bit in front of you. That's all. All right. We just logged on before you. There are a couple of gremlins out in full force this morning. So I don't know what the issues are, but everybody's experiencing, I think it's with the load shedding, right? I heard a load shedding joke yesterday that I just have to share with everybody. You know, when it's load shedding and everybody starts up their generators, I got a picture that says whenever the load shedding starts, they start up their lawnmower so that they don't sound like the only ones who don't have a generator. So, and I just honestly now heard all of them, so yeah, I just heard our lawnmower going here with the garden services. So apologies if you hear any of those background noises. We shouldn't, because we've got a bit of a soundproof situation. Right. Yes, nice, Hilton. Mercury in retrograde. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, so that's a bit of background about myself. So let's quickly have a look at what's on the agenda before we start. What's on the agenda for today? We're going to look at where did we end off with the previous webinar. And then today we'll be looking at two issues. The first one is consent, and the second one is data classification. So I just put their consent, but Karabo will talk about module 1 and 2, and then Steph will take you through modules 3 and 4. So consent and data classification are two of the major practice issues that financial practices face. So that's what we'll be dealing with. And then we're going to be looking at your best practice recommendations, and then common challenges that are facing us regarding backup specifically, and then just some solutions. All right. So the slides are very comprehensive here, but Steph will just use them to talk more about how your solutions what your solutions are surrounding the challenges that you face. All right. And then we'll end off. So let's just quickly go and start off with my section that we had last time. Our focus last time was on the latest guidance on information officers. That's what we dealt with, okay? We had a quick recap to say what does POPIA say about the information officers, and then the majority of our webinar was based on or relating the information that was shared through the guidance note that was issued by the information regulator on information officers and deputy information officers, okay? So very clearly, that document confirmed that the appointed information officer must be an employee of the organization. If you missed this webinar, it is available as a webinar on demand. So you basically go and purchase the recording, and you've got exactly what you see today during the webinar. You see the slides, you've got the source documents and everything. Right. And then we spoke briefly about the obligations and the liabilities of information officers, not just about the liability in terms of the company or the organization, but also the personal liability that the information officer can encounter. Right. I think it was up to, what was it, 3,000 Rand per offense. Who can be registered as an information officer, updating the details of information officers, designation of deputy information officers, and then delegation of authority to a deputy information officer, just how that works. Right, you'll remember we had all sorts of questions that we fielded in terms of, can you have one information officer for the whole group? And the answer was no, you can't. Every organization needs to have their own, unless the same person is employed in all of those organizations. If he's employed in all of those organizations, there's a way around it. Okay, but that's where we ended off with everything surrounding the nigglies that pertain to information officers. You'll remember this short screenshot: duties and responsibilities of information officers regarding ongoing POPIA compliance. That's their responsibility. Okay. They need to conduct impact assessments. If you don't know what those are yet, we'll need to find out. Responding to POPIA requests, that's from your data subjects, from other people, from regulators. Cooperating with the information regulator when they say please provide, then you please provide. So developing a compliance framework, I was talking the last, I think we got disconnected just before I said we've got our last webinar scheduled for the 24th, and we're going to be dealing there with proving how to prove that you are POPIA compliant. And for that focus, the main focus will there be on our compliance framework. Okay, that's where the main focus will be. So we'll be looking at some templates that are available and all sorts. Also, what the information officer has to do, he's got to update the PIA manual, ongoing staff training and awareness, and also then reporting data breaches to the information regulator as they occur. All right. So then remember that just in terms of what's new in terms of registration with the information regulator, everything went live now on the 17th of May. On the 17th of May, we should have been able to register from the 1st of May, but that didn't happen. And the new notice on the website now says, please note that we are experiencing a high volume of registration on the portal, which is causing some delays and technical issues. Welcome to the club. Our technicians are working on it. We apologize for the inconvenience caused. So I've heard that where people have had real problems going online with the registration, they've tried to do the manual registrations, they email it through, and the information regulator says to them, hold off, just wait, we prefer the online registrations. So let's hope. But the end game, you have to be registered by the 30th of June 2021. Okay, there's no two ways about it. You have to be registered as the information officer, and then the information officer is the one who takes responsibility for everything. All right. So that was just a little bit of extra info there for you. So our focus today is going to be on the implications of POPIA on the financial services sector. What are some of the issues that we are all faced with? All right. This is a nice little cartoon that Karabo sent me to use. Information is not enough. You can see the little man walks and there's a manhole, not looking where he's walking, really. He's just walking, and he's going to fall down. That's bad. Better is there's at least this little this little sign that says watch out. Okay, watch out has it. It's better, but it's still not enough. He's still going to walk down into the manhole, still going to fall.
I hope that you enjoyed that video. For more of our webinar videos, go to www.accountingacademy.co.za. Thank you and have a lovely day.